Hey everybody, welcome to this week's podcast. And hey, this week we're going to do a three-fer. So we are going to share with you a fact, a myth, and a truth about your marketing. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Business Success by Design podcast, where you'll learn everything you need to know about building a thriving business. This isn't theory. It's hardcore strategies and tactics designed to help you win. Join us as top business coaches, marketers, and business insiders pull back the curtain on what really works in building the business you want and what's just complete BS. You'll get the inside track on how to connect with your audience, build long-term relationships, and be seen as the go-to guy or gal indoor space, all while driving insane profits for you and your business. And now, sit back and listen to rockstar host James Lawson, he's the one with a funny accent, and Angela Inzerillo as they go deep, cut through the crap, and get to the core of making your business work for you.
Hey, welcome back everyone. It's James Lawson here. And hey, thanks for joining the Business Success by Design podcast. We aim to give you some really cool tips and tricks and hacks, everything you need to kind of drive traffic, get prospects, and convert to clients all around, very little or where possible zero cost to you and your business. So this week, what are we talking about? We are looking at a fact, a myth, and a truth all around your marketing. This is, it's not anything new, all right? But this whole marketing thing that we all have to be involved in, that we all have to do, it can be complicated, right? There's a lot of stuff that we all have to get involved in, and unfortunately, a lot of what we're seeing out there in the marketplace, a lot of things that are hitting us on Facebook, or they're hitting us, through Instagram or LinkedIn, wherever channel it's coming from, we're getting a lot of conflicting information. And this only goes to exacerbate, which is an already tenuous situation where you guys are trying to figure out what is it that actually works, right? So I thought in this podcast, what I would do is actually share with you these three things that kind of help become almost like our, guiding star, if you will, when we do our marketing. And if you understand these three things, it will go a long, long way to helping you make some really better decisions, right, when it comes to your marketing. So let's talk about the first thing. Let's talk about a fact, right? I love facts. One of those guys, I grew up on facts. I like things that I can touch, that I can feel. I'm not really big on things that are ephemeral or kind of sit in the ether. I want to touch it. I want to feel it. So this was a major aha for me when I learned this. And I learned it really by making a whole bunch of mistakes. But here's what it is. Here's the big fact, right? Your whole business, everything in your business is tied to your ability to influence human emotion. That's all it is, right? So when we work with our clients and we're doing all our marketing stuff and we're figuring out messaging and differentiation and all that really cool stuff, which is the stuff that you really need, right? It's not Facebook ads. Good Lord, who wants to be doing that stuff? But really understanding that, how we influence human emotion is the game, right? So what we're saying and who we're saying it to and all this stuff is really what you want to be getting really focused on. So what we learned was this. The number one skill that you can learn in a business as it relates to marketing is empathy, right? And if you've been on any of my webinars, any of my free trainings, you're going to see that this is the number one thing that I talk about. Because if you can't create empathy, guys, you're going to have a really tough time developing your messaging that actually, hits home, right? Hits home with your target market. So you have to get really clear that, if you find it hard or if you don't really understand where your prospect is really coming from a place of emotion, then you're going to really struggle. Now, people will tell you, but people make decisions based on logic. They'll weigh up the options. They'll look at all your bits and pieces and your pricing and blah, blah. Yeah, okay. Yes, they will do that. But they're only doing that as a way to justify their emotional decision. 100% of all decisions are made based on emotion, right? That's just how it is. You just got to live with it, and you got to believe it, and you got to understand it. And once you do that, your life in marketing becomes significantly easier. So stop talking about your products. Stop talking about, your services or what you do or how you're doing it. Focus on what is the real problem you're solving and how is that problem affecting your prospect at an emotional level. Because when you can start to write about that, guys, you are now way ahead of the game, right? Way ahead of the game. So that there is the fact. That is a fact. Let's now talk about the myth, right? So what's the myth? There's a thing bouncing around about how great technology is. And one of the things I'm hearing time after time after time is the more that you can invest in technology, the better marketer you're going to be. Guys, it's bullshit. It's just complete garbage. Technology will not make you a better marketer under any circumstance. There is no way that technology will make you a better marketer. Here's what technology is going to do for you. It's going to allow you to take your really crappy message and get it in front of a lot more people really fast, right? An awful lot quicker than you would normally do. So this isn't about using technology to be better at marketing. We want to use technology to get a really great message in front of the right people. That's what we want to use technology for. We want to use technology to create leverage in our business, right? Do all the heavy lifting so we don't have to do all that manual stuff, get stuff on automation, right? That's all good. Those are all business processes that we want to use technology to leverage, right? Or create leverage. But don't fall into this trap of buying into all the different technologies out there, thinking it's going to make you better at marketing. It's not. Here's what's going to make you better at marketing. Having a really clear idea of who your target market is or your niche. Creating unique messaging around that niche, right? Kicking back into how do I influence human emotion inside that niche. Making sure that you've got a clear point of differentiation between you and your competition. Having a really good value pricing model, right, that you can explain and show to a prospect. Then going out and activating your network, because that's where the money is, right? The money is actually, if you're doing less than $200,000 a year, guys, I'm telling you right now, you don't need to be doing Facebook ads or spending money on Google ads or any of that stuff. What you want to do is focus on activating your network, right? And then the last piece of this is creating a couple of really simple funnels to help build your list and nurture your list. That's it. That's all you need to be thinking about. So let's not get into this trap of, hey, technology is going to do all these really cool things and make me better at marketing. It's not. Good marketers understand their market. Good marketers understand their market at a really deep level. And by understanding your market at a really deep level, you're able to produce really compelling messaging. All right? So we've done a fact and we've done a myth. So let's talk about the truth, right? What is the truth? So we call this the Holy Grail, right? So what is it we're all aiming for? What is it that you should be aiming for? Here's what it is in a nutshell. Get your message, right? Your awesome messaging in front of the ideal audience at exactly the right time, right? So get your ideal message or your messaging in front of your ideal audience at exactly the right time. That's the holy grail of marketing. Now, clearly, the messaging in the audience, right, we can control that. We can work and we can build great messaging. We can dial in our audience. The question is how do we get it in front of them at just the right time? Because not everyone's ready to buy when you're ready to sell, right? So the way that we're going to do that is just to make sure that we're constantly creating high-value educational content. That's it. And if you do it often enough and you do it on a rigorous schedule, then just by the law of averages, you're going to put something in front of someone who's your ideal audience, has got the right message, and you're going to hit them at exactly the right time that they're looking for the help, and you're going to be the guy or the gal that they're going to call. So that's what we're doing. That's how we're going to do it. So there's nothing magical about this. But the first two pieces are really important, right? So we don't have the right message. If we're not hitting the right audience, then it really doesn't matter when you send that content in front of them. It isn't going to be congruent. It's not going to be something they're interested in. So what we want to do is to make sure we dial in that message, that we dial in that niche, and make sure that that message is completely in line with what our audience wants to hear. And like I said, guys, you need to do this at a really deep level. All right? It's not talking about services. It's not talking about products. It really is talking about what we call the four forces. Right? What are their wants? What are their aspirations? What are their fears, right? And what are their frustrations, right? So that's what we talk about all the time. Every piece of marketing that we do, every educational piece of marketing that we do is going to some way, shape, or form be hitting them with either their frustrations or their fears or their wants or their aspirations, sometimes all four at the same time. So you have to be really clear. And if you do it often enough, and you get, as I said, if you get on a good schedule and create really high value content, then the audience is going to react to that. All right. So there we go. That is your fact, your myth, and your truth. Those three things. If you can just get in and understand that, it's going to make a massive difference to how you handle your marketing. So, hey guys. Great fun, great spending time with you. If there's anything that you would like me to cover on a podcast, hey, drop a comment, drop me an email. I'm happy to include it. But until the next time, thanks so much. And let me know what you think. Have a great rest of the week, guys. Take care. Bye.
Welcome to the Business Success by Design podcast, where you'll learn everything you need to know about building a thriving business. This isn't theory. It's hardcore strategies and tactics designed to help you win. Join us as top business coaches, marketers, and business insiders pull back the curtain on what really works in building the business you want and what's just complete BS. You'll get the inside track on how to connect with your audience, build long-term relationships, and be seen as the go-to guy or gal indoor space, all while driving insane profits for you and your business. And now, sit back and listen to rockstar host James Lawson, he's the one with a funny accent, and Angela Inzerillo as they go deep, cut through the crap, and get to the core of making your business work for you.